300 robots are going to run beside 12,000 humans, and this time they will not be the ones to break first because China has built something so advanced that it just took away one big advantage we humans had: endurance. Before we talk about the crazy race and how these Chinese humanoid robots will make us look like some inferior species, subscribe to the channel now. On April 19th, 2026, the starting gun will be fired, and the robots will take their first step because for the first time in history, 300 humanoid robots are about to attempt a half marathon in the real world. These are not inside a lab, not on a stage, but on open streets with wind, heat, uneven pavement, and thousands of unpredictable variables. Humans in the past, throughout evolution, only had one benefit, and it's our unwavering endurance. We have outlasted some of the craziest species like dinosaurs, tigers, wolves, dogs, and any other animal that we think is fast has always failed against our endurance. In order to understand what China is building, we must go back to 2025. In 2025, only 21 humanoid robots attempted the same course that they are doing now. Most of them failed, and not one collapsed within a second. Another one crashed into the barrier, and one literally started smoking mid-race. Only 6 of them finished, and just one, including Tiangong Ultra, made it within the time limit. From the outside, it looked embarrassing, but from an engineering perspective, it was a breakthrough because that gave China a whole year to work on the 19th April marathon that is about to happen and will crush human competition. Out of all the previous robots, Xiao didn't just move it and dot. The Tiangong Ultra completed 21 kilometers at a steady pace of 7 to 8 kilometers per hour. It wasn't as fast as humans, but it was consistent. It navigated in real time, adjusted its movement based on the surroundings, and even survived multiple hours of continuous operation. Sure, it needed battery swaps. Yes, it wasn't perfect, but the point is that it didn't fall compared to all the other robots, and that single success changed the question entirely in 2025. The question was, can robots even finish a marathon in 2026? The question is, how many of them can do it on their own? Before we reveal what changes they have made from 21 measly robots to 300 that are about to crush humans, subscribe to the channel because this is going to be interesting. The jump from 21 to 300 in 1 year is not random. And it's definitely not normal. It's not gradual improvement. That's huge exploration. It means that more companies believe that this is viable. It means that hardware has become reliable, so companies are now putting their flagship products in this marathon that is happening in one of China's biggest provinces. The competition has already started this year. 26 different brands are entering the race with over 80 corporate teams and more than 20 universities involved. Some of these robots are coming from startups that didn't even exist 3 years ago. Others are built by institutes with deep funding and a long-term research pipeline. The biggest change is the rule. Back in 2025, most robots were guided. In 2026, autonomy is the new standard. Teams that rely on human control or penalize automatic remote operators can't run alongside anymore. Some robots are even expected to complete the entire 21 kilometers with zero human decision-making. That means China has already reached a level of perception, navigation, balance, and endurance that we have never even seen before. Several key players are shaping what we are seeing today, and their design reveals exactly where humanoid robots are heading. Unitree Robotics, which is one of the biggest names in the field. They are known for their high-performance robots, and their humanoid platforms include the Unitree G1, which is built with high-torque electric actuators and an advanced motor control system. These robots can maintain balance, dynamically recover from disturbances, and execute complex movement patterns in real life. What's crazy is that these robots also know how to perform kung fu and other martial arts too. Their joints are engineered for precision and speed, which feature harmonic drive systems that allow smooth and controlled motion even under huge loads, combined with real-time control algorithms. This gives Unitree robots the ability to adapt and maintain their steps, which is something critical for long-distance running on unpredictable terrain. Interestingly, Unitree isn't even focused on marathons. Their primary interest was high-dynamic applications like humanoid combat robotics, which means that their performance in endurance scenarios is likely a byproduct of their broader capabilities. The AgiBot, a bot which is the company that is pushing towards mass production, while others are focusing on prototypes. AgiBot is building systems that are designed to scale. Their humanoid robots are already out there with modular design, making them easier to manufacture and maintain at scale. This is huge because the future of robotics isn't about one perfect machine. It's about thousands of deployable units. Their systems are prioritizing stability, energy efficiency, and long operations, exactly the traits that are needed for endurance tasks like the upcoming race. The Tiangong Ultra, which was developed by the Beijing Humanoid Robot Innovation Center. This robot set the benchmark in 2025, and it integrated an air cooling system that even allowed it to manage heat during continuous operations. This is the biggest failure point for other robots, and it is going to be this time around too. It uses real-time navigation systems, which include visual perception with satellite positioning through China's Beidou system, which provides centimeter-level accuracy. This allows it to track its position precisely while adjusting the route dynamically. While the Tiangong Ultra is not the fastest robot, it might be the most important one because it already has experience from last year. But there's one challenge that is almost certainly going to happen, and it is going to be the main failure point if companies do not care about it in modern development. Before we cover that, subscribe to the channel because now we are talking about the real challenge, which isn't speed in this marathon. And most people already assume that the hardest part of this race is going to be making robots run. However, it's not. While humans can run for extended periods of time, robots can do the same nowadays. The hardest part, however, is making sure that they do not overheat. When a humanoid robot runs, every joint is under stress, and motors don't just work without energy, they generate heat. The batteries are prone to draining, and mechanical components are also going to experience good continuous friction. Unlike humans, robots don't sweat, they don't naturally regulate temperature. If heat builds up too much, the performance will drop, and the system will fail, so engineers are solving a problem that looks quite biological. Cooling systems are being integrated directly into the joint structures. Some robots will use air cooling channels, and while others are experimenting with liquid cooling. Even stride length and movement efficiency are being adjusted in order to conserve power over long distances. This isn't about robotics anymore, it's the applied physiology, except that the body is made of metal. Autonomy is where this race becomes serious. A robot that is running 21 kilometers without human input needs a constant understanding of its environment. So how exactly is it going to destroy the human, or is it just clickbait? Well, most of these machines rely on a combination of cameras, depth sensors, and sometimes LiDAR. Visual SLAM systems also allow them to map their surroundings in real life while tracking their own position. They are essentially building and updating a mental map as they are moving. On top of that, China's Beidou satellite also provides highly accurate positioning data, which could act as a backbone for navigation, ensuring that robots know where they are and where they are going. But knowing your position isn't enough. The robot also has to decide to avoid obstacles, adjust to uneven terrain, maintain balance, and keep moving forward, all without stopping. And here's where things get spicier. Did you know that before the race event began, there was another event called the Buru Challenge? Almost no one outside China is paying attention to it, but it might be more important than the marathon itself. This event includes 17 obstacle-based scenarios that are designed to simulate real-world chaos. This includes troubled navigation, confined spaces, emergency rescue environments, and terrains that shift unpredictably. So, the name Buru also comes from the Chinese dynasty military title awarded to soldiers who perform under real battlefield conditions. This is exactly what these robots are being tested for, because the real goal here isn't just to run a marathon, but it's to operate where humans cannot. Disaster zones, collapsed buildings, hazardous environments. This marathon will test endurance and the capability of these robots for survival. Together, they define what these machines are actually being built for. Who do you think wins this challenge? Let us know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with the latest technological news around you, subscribe to our channel right now.